Hello everyone, once again this is Psalmist here. Welcome to today's episode of my answer on Quora. Everyone who just not know, Quora is like a social media platform where people just, you know, give questions. They just question literally about anything. And then me, I like to take on questions about, relationships, about marriage, about husbands and wives, and about Christianity. And before I go on with the question and the answering, please you can just give the video a thumbs up and also click the subscribe button so that you can subscribe to my channel so you can also get content like this. So this is the question that I have today. The question reads, what are the golden rules of keeping a spouse interested, committed, and above all else loyal? So this person wants to know how can they keep their husband or their wife interested in the relationship. So the answer that I have given reads, to be able to keep your spouse interested, you first have to have an understanding. What do people want? When you know what people want, then you find out from him or her what does he or she wants. It is when you know this that you will be able to do what is required and expected of you. This is guaranteed to succeed. Although things change, but generally your spouse will be happy. Now, the question is, what do people want? People want to be happy. That is just generic. Everyone seeks joy above all else. The goals that people have in their lives are so that when they achieve them, they will attain happiness. Another question is, what makes people happy? This will help a person on how to make someone happy. People want attention. They want to be valued. They want to be held as high, as special in the role that they play wherever they play it. In terms of the spouse, they would want to be the only one in that role. No substitute, no standbys. This is a way which will make them valued above other women or men in your life. How do you make a person feel like they are the one and they're only in that role and the highest priority in your life? You deserve all your work. I mean, what actually I was supposed to say is that you reserve all your works, your energy, your passion, and services for them. This will take away all your attention from any other thing or other person or focus on your beloved. But all that is still general. The other thing would be what makes your spouse happy as an individual. Do they like to travel? Do they like to stay in the house and cuddle all weekend? These are small things, but these small things will make a spouse keep coming back to you. For you give what they need and want. By this, you make them happy. By doing by doing all that without being weary and ceasing, but always maintaining and even doing more without reason, you will keep your spouse for life. So that is the answer that I've given. One of the things that I've realized is that, as human beings, we really do understand that a relationship requires work. A relationship requires a putting in of effort, and a relationship requires to ask the receiver of our love or the receiver of our services to be asked whether are they happy. Is there more that we can do? I see this in terms of business. In businesses, people will even conduct surveys about customer satisfaction. So they will go out and ask the customer, "Are you happy with the service?" And would you like to give a rating about the service that we've given? And then is there anything in the service that we've given which you think that we can improve on, so that you could get better experience of our products and services? And the customer, of course, does give feedback, and then the supplier or the service provider does improving their service and then keeps the customer happy. It's business. But when it comes to relationship, it's almost like we lose our minds. How then can a husband not be able to ask his wife, "Are you happy with the way that I behave, your husband? Are you happy with the way that I love you? Is there something that you think I could improve on in terms of treating you like my wife and my beloved, so that you could be happier? Would you even like to rate the way that I treat you as a husband?" And I know this sounds like, come on, but if you can do it for business and it works, and it keeps the customer happy and it keeps the customer keep coming back and not go to your competitors, why do you not think that A woman or a husband who's happy because of your service, because of your deed, may not want, to come back to you, to receive the love that you give them. Why do you not ask the same questions? Why do you not put effort into the relationship in terms of making sure that the husband or the wife is happy with the treatment that you're giving them, and go out and ask them, do you think that I need to improve? Do you think that there's something that I can do, to make you happier? You see, if you can take the same principle that that business people approach business in terms of customer treatment and customer satisfaction, and the retaining of customers, and apply it in a relationship, it'll work. I mean, it's mind blowing, and it's even sad in a way, and ironic that a man can, together with one secretary in the middle of London or in the middle of New York, be able to maintain and run a business, a multinational business, which caters, for hundreds of millions of people, and keep those people happy. But that man failed to be able to keep one woman and two children happy, to the point where his own marriage falls apart and it leads to a divorce. How sad is that? How is it that a man is able to build an empire, a multinational empire, and keep the people who are the receivers of his love, of his services, of his giftings, of his talent, happy, and make sure that they never go to his competitor? But he is unable to make sure that his own wife goes to another man. That's how sad it is. So this actually proves that it's not that people are not capable of keeping one another happy. It proves that people are not capable of actually finding out about their flaws and trying to improve those flaws, so they could do better to keep their wives happy, so they could do better to keep their husbands happy. It's just that people don't want to do it. They just don't want to focus on personal relationships in terms of families, in terms of marriage. But they will do everything that they can to focus on a business relationship, to make sure that the customers are happy, to make sure that the customers keep coming back for more, and then they don't lose their customers. So when I look at this question about keeping the spouse interested, it's the same as what would you do to keep your customers interested, to keep them coming back to your to your restaurant, to eat the same lunch over and over again. Not go to your competitor who's just a block away. You see? So how do you manage to keep customers loyal to your service, to your product, and interested, and never even have wandering eyes in terms of looking at your competitors? But you fail to keep your own wife, who's only one person really. I mean, how difficult would it be to satisfy thousands of people who are different, with different personalities, with different attitudes, with different religions, but fail to keep a spouse who has only one attitude, who has only one religion, who has only one personality? So it will be easier to keep a spouse happy and interested and committed and loyal than it would be to keep a customer interested and happy. So it means that when people have understanding, like I said, that they should have understanding, that in a relationship it's about what you put in, if you want to get something out. And in a relationship, the only true thing that can be sure about, that can be secure about, is the love that you have in your heart. Because when you have love in your heart, you can only give love and do things for love. And it is through that love that you will be able to keep your spouse interested, committed, and above else, loyal. Other than that, you're gonna fail. There's no matter how much money you have or how much money you do not have. There's no matter how handsome or how beautiful you look. If there are no deeds which bring happiness and joy to your spouse, your wife, your husband, they're gonna start looking outside for happiness, and that's where people cheat, and then that's where they're no longer interested in you, and they want to divorce, and they want to cut their commitment short, and they cannot be loyal. So that is all that I have to say about the about this question. What are the golden rules of keeping a spouse interested, committed, and above all else loyal? So if you would have answered the question in a different way, or you feel like you could have given a better version, you can leave your comment below. You can also give the video a thumbs up, and you can also click the subscribe button so that you could receive notification when I upload a video like this. Thank you for listening.